Hello and welcome on YouTube and on the podcast now. Thank you for tuning in. You're on the eighth episode of the Prowlware Vintage podcast. I think it's going to be fair to start this episode by saying that I'm thinking about changing the name of the podcast, just dropping the vintage, or putting a lot more time for a daily podcast onto a less niche um, topic. Not that I don't want to cover the vintage, it's just that the direction I thought it was going to head at the rate it would, it's not happening. Something else has come up in its place, and so I'll be praying about and finishing my thoughts about moving to Pennsylvania and partnering with two guys who helped raise me when I was a kid, who made a huge godly difference in my life. I would actually blame where my life went wrong when I stopped being discipled and stopped being raised by them and started to scramble for answers when I went into high school. I was in a boarding school called the Milton Hershey School. So the man who had the candy bar couldn't have kids, so he started a boarding school. And when I was 11 or 12, my mom asked me how I'd feel about leaving home and going to doing that. And I felt sort of thrust into adventure that I did when my dad left. Kind of felt like, man, I don't know what this is going to be like, but I'm down for anything that's different. It was hard. I couldn't understand why. My mom could, and so she gave me, or she, God gave her the opportunity to give me to go out to that school, and that's where I met the Lord. Uh, I used to call back home a lot because I missed home, and kids would make fun of me for